Jaden is an express Amtrak diesel who pulls the superliner from Zilla to all the big stations on the Maxville Mainline. He's smart, punctual, and very friendly to everyone. Whenever you hear the words,
Great Scott! Whoa!
you'll know that Jaden is there. One day, Jaden was at Maxville Upper North Station when Gavin pulled in with some empty trucks. He wasn't looking very happy.
Why the long face, Gav?
Mind your business, you silver shark.
Okay, I was only trying to start a conversation.
Well, if you're that desperate to know, the Mainland has some rubbish that the NewDan government had for us to take away. So my controller has put me of all engines in charge of these embarrassing duties.
Surely it's not that bad.
It is when you have more modern Mainland diesels making fun of you because of it.
Well, don't listen to them. Younger engines always think they know just as much as the older ones. But the reality is they aren't mature enough to realize what they're thinking. Just have some patience and be a bit more positive.
Hey, I don't do positive. I do get it done and over with. Jaden, we've got to get going. Don't you know that we're 10 seconds late?
Great Scott! I gotta get going. See you later, Gavin.
And Jaden raced off in a hurry. Why does he always say that? Can't he just say, oh goodness, or uh-oh? He needs to stop saying that. You might say it too someday. Ha! Not likely. And Gavin hurried off to the waste dump. Gavin's trucks were soon filled with rubbish, and he headed off back to the mainland. As he made his way home, he heard the other mainland engines making fun of him.
What's so stinky and plain junk? Back in the garbage engine.
I like Gavin. He's stupid enough to run on bin juice instead of diesel fuel.
Don't see what's his real Gavin. He's probably worth 10 pounds anyway.
Gavin had had enough with the others making a laugh out of him, and Sue started to think about how to put an end to it all. The next morning, Gavin was back at the rubbish tip, waiting for his turn to be loaded up. I've got to think of something to stop doing these waste duties. Suddenly, he had a very cheeky idea. If I can get Jaden to take my waste trucks, I could take his superliner. And Gavin raced off to Zilla Station where Jaden was about to do his first train of the day.
They wanted me to do what?
I told you! Both of our controllers agreed to let me take over the superliner, whilst you take my waste cars.
Oh, great.
Okay, you need to stop saying that.
Whatever, but why does he want me to pull the trucks?
Well, I've been checked over, and apparently these waste train duties are getting a bit heavy for me, so it's better off I take a break for a little bit by pulling passenger trains.
Okay, but pulling the superliner is a very serious job. You have to know all the stops.
Oh, rubbish. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine.
I can tell this is not gonna end well.
So Jaden headed off for the waste tip, whilst Gavin took over the superliner. The passengers were very surprised to be seeing Gavin, but weren't really bothered, so everybody climbed aboard, and Gavin headed off for Maxville Central Station. Whilst Jaden was out with the rubbish trucks, he saw Morris on his mainline run, and being 10 minutes early, he thought he'd take a stop to say hello.
Hiya, Morris.
Morning, Jaden. Wait, why do you have the waste trucks? I thought Gavin was in charge of rubbish duties.
He is, but his controller made me be put in charge of waste duties so he can pull my superliner.
Something fishy's going on here.
Probably the dirt rotting fish in one of these cars.
No, not that. Morris and Jaden thought for a moment, and then it hit them. Great Scott!
How
could I be such a blithering idiot? I've been tricked!
Tricked!
Bamboozled!
We've been smeckled off!
That's not even a word, and I agree with you.
Where have I heard that before?
Wait until Mr. Grant hears about this. Meanwhile, Gavin's passengers had a lot to complain about to the station masters. We've been dropped off at the wrong station! I was dropped off at the beach. I had to walk all the way from a pig farm to get here. When Gavin finally arrived at Maxville Central Station, he felt very proud of himself, not knowing what had happened. Taking the superliner was a great idea. Oh, it was, wasn't it? Oh, Knuckles and Buffer Beans. It was the station master with a furious Mr. Grant, who arrived on board Jaden, who was twice as mad.
Gavin, I am going to—
Whoa, Jaden, just calm down for a second. He then walked up to Gavin. I shall talk to you later. Back at the sheds, Mr. Grant was very cross with Gavin. Switching jobs with Jaden was not your decision to make. If I recall, you were in charge of rubbish duties. I had a word with your controller about it, and he is not happy about what you've done. I'm sorry, sir. I just couldn't take it anymore with all the rubbish duties. Then you'll really like this. You won't have to be in charge of waste duties anytime soon. Gavin was very pleased, but had no idea what was coming next. Starting tomorrow, I'm putting you in charge of cheese duties until I can trust you again. What do you have to say about that? And Gavin said the two words he thought he would never say. Great Scott. And everyone laughed.